Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how I created this hydro dipped tumbler using spray paint. I did gloss up this tumbler using Brite Tone from the Crystalac company. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Thank you. So to hydro dip your tumblers, you're going to want to have a bucket of water. This is just a container that I use. I fill it up all the way almost to the top with water. You want to have a container that's deep enough to where your tumbler isn't going to hit the bottom when you dip it. And then you're going to want your spray paints. The spray paints that I used was this Krylon, and it's a gloss, and it's called Patriotic Blue. This one is from Rust-Oleum and it's called Spa Blue, and it's also a gloss finish. This one is also Rust-Oleum and the color is Seaside. You're going to want to have some gloves, some popsicle sticks just to swirl the spray paints around. And then I did go ahead and sand my tumbler with 400 grit sanding paper. I washed it and I also base coated it with white using this Rust-Oleum spray paint. I am going to go ahead and add the lid of this tumbler into a just a Walmart bag. I'm going to put it on the inside and then go ahead and add the lid with the paper bag on the tumbler, and this is going to help me be able to grip the cup and dip it into the hydro dip without getting it everywhere or inside the cup. So to do the hydro dip, I just go ahead and add the spray paint onto the water and then just kind of swirl it around using the popsicle stick. There's really no wrong or right way to do it. Just kind of play with it and move the colors around until you are satisfied with how the colors look. And then you just go ahead and dip your tumbler. I found that if you go ahead and spray in different areas of the water, that creates a better swirl. So every time I spray, I just kind of spray dots into different parts of the water, and that just kind of moves the colors around. Sometimes with the popsicle sticks, it can tend to stick onto the popsicle stick and it creates kind of like a blob of spray paint. So I like to just kind of spray it into, like I said, different areas of the water, and that kind of moves the colors around and creates that swirl, that nice swirl effect. I do go in with the popsicle stick here and there, and you do want to go in with a popsicle stick immediately after you spray. If you wait too long, it does, like I said, it tends to stick on to the popsicle stick. So here I am satisfied with the spray paint, and I'm going to go ahead and just dip my tumbler on to the water. Once you go ahead and dip it, I just kind of clean off the surrounding areas of the water before pulling it out, just so that it doesn't have like a double dipping, I guess you can say, on the print on the tumbler. Once I dip my tumbler onto the water, I go ahead and allow it to off gas for 24 to 48 hours before I continue on to add Brite Tone to my tumbler. So this is what the Brite Tone looks like. This is what I'm going to be using to add a little bit of glitter to my tumbler, and also to go ahead and gloss up my tumbler. This is a water-based non-toxic top coat. It is an epoxy-free alternative, and since it's non-toxic, you don't need any personal protective equipment to use it, and it's safe to use even indoors. After doing the hydro dip on my tumbler with the spray paints, I went ahead and waited 24 to 48 hours to allow the spray paint to off gas. That's important to do since Brite Tone is a water-based product. You do want to give solvent-based products enough time to completely off gas before you add any Brite Tone on top. If you don't, then you'll be trapping gases under Brite Tone that will eventually work their way up to the surface, and they'll start to cause bubbles or peeling or orange peel effect, which is something you don't want. So it's very important to allow your cup to off gas when you use any spray paint before you start to add Brite Tone to your cup. So here I added a coat of Brite Tone to my cup. I'm going to allow it to spin just for a little bit so it can go ahead and self-level. And then I'm just going to add just a little bit of glitter onto this cup just to kind of give it a little bit of a pop. You could leave the cup as is with the hydro dip. I love how hydro dip cups look just alone, maybe with a decal or something, a name on top. They look good without glitter. Here I just wanted to add just a little pop of glitter, and then I just went in with different color glitters that match the colors, and then just kind of added just a sprinkle here and there. After adding my glitter, I'm going to go ahead and allow my cup to spin for an hour, and then I'm going to allow my cup to dry for an additional 3 hours. You can leave the cup on the spinner, or you can put it on a drying rack after the 1 hour that it's spinning, but you do want to allow it to dry for an additional 3 hours in between coats. So after allowing my cup to dry for a total of 4 hours, I'm going to go ahead and give my cup my first coat of Brite Tone to start glossing up my cup. You just want to add a thin coat of Brite Tone, a thin even coat, just enough to where your cup isn't dripping. And then every coat is added the same. You add a thin coat, allow your cup to spin for an hour, and then dry for an additional 3 hours. And then I do sand every 3 coats of Brite Tone. So after my third coat of Brite Tone, I'm going to go ahead and sand my cup using 400 grit sanding paper. I'm just going to give my cup a good sand. Sanding helps smooth out your cup, and it helps with the overall amount of coats that you're going to need to achieve a glossy cup. After sanding, I just go ahead and wipe my cup with a lint-free cloth, and I go ahead and continue coating with Brite Tone. So after sanding my tumbler, I'm going to go ahead and bring it back inside, put it on my turner, and continue coating with Brite Tone until I am satisfied with my gloss finish. I didn't record every coat that I gave my cup, but I just continue coating every 3 to 4 hours after each coat until I was satisfied with the gloss finish. Every coat is added the same. You add a thin coat. You then let your cup spin for an hour and then dry for an additional 3 hours. And you continue doing this until you are, like I said, satisfied with the finish. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask down in the comment section. Thank you guys so much.